Hey there, this is Marlon from MarlonMcPherson.com. I'm going to be talking about how to never ever run out of content ideas for your podcast or for your videos. This can be a big problem if you're a content creator and you're having what's called content block, where you're getting up thinking about, oh, what should I create today? What type of video? What type of podcast episode? What topic should I be talking about? So what I want to do today is to share with you a few things that I've learned along my journey. So far, I've created, I think I'm near enough 50 episodes of my podcast, and I've created many online videos as well. So I've found different ways that works for me, and hopefully I can share with you some of those ideas, and you can take from that what you will, coming up right now. Hey there, let me kick things off by saying welcome to Future Steps Creative, the online business podcast that talks about content strategy. So content creation to help you attract your ideal audience and build trust so you can convert them into sales over on your website or leads on your website. So you're in the right place if this is what you're into. Now, before we jump into the meat of the matter today, if you stick around until the end, I will be sharing with you some additional resources that can help you along your journey, including some of my free resources. Obviously, like I said, we're going to be talking about the idea of coming up with content all the time and never ever running out of content for your audience. And there are a number of reasons why people run into this, and it can be super frustrating and cause you a lot of problems, because then your content strategy is derailed as a result of that, or maybe you don't have one because you can't even come up with topics. So the first thing that I want you to think about is, why are you creating content in the first place? Is this something that you're doing to stroke your own ego so you can have something to be proud of, something that you can say, hey, look at me, look at what I'm creating, and that's serving you? Or is it something that's actually there to serve a specific audience? This is something that is going to be a key differentiator to how and you being able to come up with new content. Because I'm going to tell you now, if you're trying to serve yourself, you'll always be thinking internally, thinking, okay, what can I do to put out there that people can see and say, hey, look at him, he's doing his thing. But it doesn't necessarily deliver value to those people that are viewing whatever it is that you create. Or is it coming from a place of helpfulness where there's a specific set of people that you could call them a niche, you could call them a category, whatever you want to call them. You need to focus on a specific type of person or set of people that have a certain need or a certain outcome that they're looking for. And obviously this needs to be centered around your business. So whatever service you provide, or if you sell products as well, whatever that solution is that you have as the ultimate thing, you want to have content that build towards that is going to help them from wherever they're at now, at every step of the way, or at a particular section of the journey in terms of them solving that problem. Now, understanding this basic principle of serving a specific audience is going to make things way easier when it comes to creating online content and coming up with topics, because now the pressure is not going to be on you to come up with things, because you will have a resource or lots of different resources that you can tap into that connects with that particular audience, and that's going to give you all you need to come up with the topics. And that's what I'm going to talk about now. So what we really need are insights into the minds of those people that we're trying to serve. So we need to understand what their pain points are. So what are the things they're struggling with? We need to understand what their big objective is, first of all, right? And then along that journey that they'll take to bridge the gap between where things are now and where things need to be for them, there are going to be milestones. There are going to be things that they need to solve as smaller problems that's taking them closer to that bigger goal. So understanding what those milestones or those smaller problems are is going to now open up your eyes to the content, because each of these milestones or these smaller obstacles that they need to overcome is what you need to be addressing within your content. So those pieces will become your core content, right? So filling that gap from the start of their journey or wherever you're helping them from to get to is really where we need to concentrate our efforts. And the question now becomes, how do we find out what these struggles and these questions and these things that they're trying to solve are, right? Now, there are a number of ways that you can do this, and a lot of it is online, right? And it's very, very straightforward to do. And this is some of the things that I use. These are some of the tools and some of the tactics that I use, or some of the ways that I use to actually figure out what people are struggling with. So first of all, niche Facebook groups. That's one place that you can start with. Facebook has a number of groups that are specific to certain topics or certain subjects or certain types of people. So all you need to do is find out what Facebook groups are within your niche. So for example, for me, I do content strategy or content marketing. So I'm a part of a number of different groups that people are talking about how to create online content, or how to plan a strategy, or just in general content marketing, or even website strategy, because it all ties in, right? Your website is part of that strategy to help people, to direct people from your videos, from your podcast, to whatever it is that you're offering, so you can convert them into leads and sales. So me being part of some of these groups allows me to get insights from being a fly on the wall. So I don't necessarily have to interact or say anything. So that's one strategy. You could just be there listening, looking at what people are posting, what questions they have, what responses are going in, what the follow-up questions are. So then you can start making notes and making, coming up with ideas on how you can actually address these specific questions or these specific things that are going on. And you could keep track of all of this in a document somewhere. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. I particularly use just my note-taking app, and I have what's called a hit list. And I go from that hit list to going to production, or the process of starting production. If you're not part of any Facebook groups, you need to start joining those groups that are related to your niche or to your field of expertise, so you can actually find those people that are looking for answers that you're trying to serve and answer those questions that they have. The next place is YouTube, and specifically the YouTube comments. Now, YouTube is great because it's a search engine. It's the second largest search engine behind Google, which is the parent company. So if people are looking, at how to do something, say, for example, I'm looking for a recipe on how to cook this particular dish, I would generally go to YouTube because I want to see it. That's how I kind of take things in. I want to see someone doing the thing. And the same is true for any other type of topics that I learn. I learn visually a lot more than I do by just reading something or by just hearing it. If I see it and hear it at the same time, it just makes it so much more powerful. So there are lots and lots of people like me, and people learn in different ways, right? So going on YouTube and searching for this type of content is a great resource to find videos that are related to the thing that you're solving, because no doubt those videos are going to attract the type of clients or the type of audience that you're looking for, because they're looking to solve that problem too, right? So research, see what videos are out there, and look in the comments section, because no doubt people are going to be commenting and asking follow-up questions or making certain points about the content of that video. And this is going to help you identify content gaps, and two, a way for you to position your content in a different way to better explain or to better educate that audience. So you can have 3-4 topics that you can come out from a video with by just looking at the comments, or even more, right? So that's a great place for you to actually go and look in the comment section on YouTube videos. The next place is to look at forums. So online forums like Quora and Reddit, they're always people posting topics on various things. So all you need to do is search for, again, those subjects that you are aligned with, those subjects that you want to help people with. And within those, there are going to be various comments and questions being asked and answers as well. So you can actually use that as one of your resources. And a great tool that I've come across a few years ago, I don't use it as often as I could, and it's free. They have a premium plan as well, but it's free for you to start using up to a certain number of searches. You can actually use answerthepublic.com. So answerthepublic.com is a research tool that you can actually go in and put in a question or put in a topic, and you can see questions that are being asked all over the internet. And it shows it to you on some sort of a grid-like layout that helps you to kind of group these topic ideas and these pieces of content or questions that people are asking. And it helps you to process that. You can also download it as a CSV file, so you can open that up in a spreadsheet format and see those questions there. So check out answerthepublic.com. That is going to be a great source of research. Now, other than doing all these online things that you can do to actually get insights and research your audience to find out what they're struggling with, you can do other things like asking questions directly to people. So if you already have clients that you're dealing with or customers that you know they're actually the right people that you want to get more of, ask them, interview them, talk to them, send them an email, send them a poll or a survey and say, hey, I'm looking to improve my online content. I'm looking to actually make sure I can serve you and can help you in the best way possible. So how can I help you? What is the number one struggle you have? You can actually email them automatically when people sign up to your email list. So we're talking about your existing audience now. So this is a great way for you to get direct feedback by just simply asking. And a lot more could be gotten from that, because now you pretty much have direct access to this person. And this could really be an invaluable way to help out your audience and come up with topics. Now, as I touched on earlier, how do you keep track of your content ideas? It's really, really important that you have somewhere that you put all your ideas. Now, it doesn't really matter what you use. This could be a Google Doc. It could be a note-taking app, or it could be a Trello board. As long as you have somewhere you can put all those ideas in one place and you can organize them in a way that you can easily pull out a topic for you to start creating with. This is how you're going to have an endless pool of content, because as you create content as well, people are going to give you new ideas. You're going to see gaps. You're going to see opportunities for you to elaborate on something. And that could be a new video, a new podcast episode, or a new piece of other types of content. So having that master list, I call it a hit list, where I literally just have bullet points or a numbered list, and I may categorize them as well based on a particular subject area or a particular type of format. And what I'll do is I'll take a topic, bring that into my Google Doc, my actual planning doc, where I go in and I do research, add all my notes, add my bullet points, all the things that I need to talk about. I don't really write a full script. I might write an intro and so on. I'll do another video or podcast episode on how I actually plan out my content episodes, podcast episodes or videos, so then you can get an insight into that as well. But for now, all you need to do is have a list of ongoing content that you're adding to all the time, and you'll never ever run out of topics and ideas. Now I'm going to talk about the tool highlight for today. If you're trying to grow your audience and trying to convert them into leads and sales, you need to have a way to basically follow up. So a lot of people do this as subscribing to their newsletter, if they have a newsletter, or it could be simply them signing up for something that you give away of value. So this could be a free checklist, maybe a free training. You need some sort of system in place. And as a result of that, we have what's called email marketing platforms or services that you can sign up to. And today I'm going to highlight MailerLite as that tool. MailerLite is, you'll find it at mailerlite.com, is one of these tools that you can actually have an email list and you can send out emails directly from the platform. So your marketing emails or just your nurturing emails to be able to build trust with your audience. And this is all automated because it has an autoresponder built in that you can actually pre-program to send out these emails as soon as someone signs up. So check out MailerLite. It's a super cool way to start because one, it's free. They give you up to a certain amount. I think it's 1,000 subscribers for free, which is quite a lot for anyone starting out. And the paid plans are actually quite reasonable as well. And they do have a feature list that is really, really good. And even on the free plan, you get quite a lot of these features as well. So I've used them in a lot of my projects, and it's been great. I also have some videos on them. So if you search my channel for MailerLite, you'll see a video or two that I've done a couple of years back on them, so you can actually get a demonstration of what it's like behind the scenes. Now, if you're an online business owner or you're a content creator, no doubt you're going to need certain tools and systems in place to help you achieve the best results. Now, I'd love to share with you my list of tools, which have some of my best tools that I use to run my websites and to create my online content. Check out my toolkit over on marlonmcpherson.com/toolkit, and you'll be able to get free access to it. Also, if you'd like some help with creating online content in a more consistent way and have that shared across multiple platforms in different formats by repurposing your original content, check out my service over on marlonmcpherson.com, and you can work with me and my small team to be able to help you generate content on a month-by-month basis. What I'd love for you to do next is to check out one of my other videos or podcast episodes, and you can reach out to me if you've got any questions.